Okay, so get this. Over in China, something like 60% of all industrial robots, they're building cars.
Wow, 60%. That's huge.
It really is. And it kind of sets the stage for our deep dive today, which is all about robots, what they're doing right now and what's coming next.
Based on all the great material you've sent over, lots to unpack there.
Exactly. And we want to give you the key takeaways, make sense of it all quickly.
Sounds good. Maybe start with the basics. Like, what even is a robot? It's funny, the word itself.
Right. From that old play, Apex play, RUR.
Yeah, Rossum's Universal Robots. And originally, they weren't metal machines at all, more like biological constructs.
Huh. So science fiction kind of shifted that image towards, metal and wires.
Pretty much. Which leads to that problem of definition. Even the pioneers struggled.
You mean the Engelberger quote? I can't define a robot, but I know one when I see one.
That's the one. It captures that intuitive sense we have, doesn't it?
It does. But, okay, generally speaking, there are some core ideas, right? They take electronic programming.
Uh-huh. They process data, maybe physical inputs from sensors.
Like seeing or hearing, in a way.
Sort of, yeah. And then they act. They operate with some level of autonomy.
Okay, so programming, sensing, thinking well, computing, and acting.
That's a good summary. And those capabilities let us, classify them in different ways.
Like how? What are the main categories?
Well, you can group them by what they do. So industrial robots in factories.
Like the car building ones.
Exactly. Or service robots, like a Roomba vacuuming your floor. Medical robots, too.
Right. And then there's shape, isn't there? Humanoid ones.
Yeah, like Honda's Asimo trying to mimic human form.
Right.
Or articulated arms, much more common in industry.
Okay. And autonomy level. Some just follow simple instructions.
Right. Pre-programmed. Others are more autonomous, making decisions. And that ties into historical generations moving towards AI-equipped robots now, 5th gen, they call them.
Got it. So talking about applications, manufacturing seems like ground zero. Cars, electronics.
Absolutely central. That China statistic proves that for cars, welding, painting, assembly, boosting speed and volume.
And for electronics. Making circuit boards and stuff.
Yeah, you see specialized Scara robots there. They're really fast and precise for assembly tasks. Helps meet demand.
Makes sense. Outside the factory, healthcare feels like another big one.
Definitely. Surgical robots are a major thing. Less invasive procedures.
It means people get better faster. Right?
Exactly. And you also see robots, maybe less glamorously, doing things like delivering medicines in hospitals or even exoskeletons for rehab.
Okay. What about, like, farming? Or getting packages delivered.
Agriculture's using them more and more. Harvesting, for instance.
Robots picking strawberries.
Could be. And drones, too. For monitoring fields, spraying pesticides precisely.
Less waste, maybe.
Hopefully. And in logistics, warehouses are full of AMRs, autonomous mobile robots zipping around. Or AGVs on fixed paths.
Moving goods around more efficiently. Delivery robots are coming too, aren't they?
Getting closer all the time. The whole supply chain is being touched by this.
It really sounds like they're popping up everywhere. Retail, security.
Yep. Retail for inventory checks, security for surveillance, even construction sites moving heavy materials.
And space. Can't forget space.
Right. Doing tasks too dangerous for humans, it's incredibly versatile, even in our homes now.
So, looking ahead, what's the next big leap? Feels like AI is the key driver.
Oh, for sure. AI and machine learning are letting robots, actually analyze situations, make decisions, and learn. It's not just pre-programming anymore.
So they get smarter over time.
That's the idea. And physical AI is helping them interact with the real world. Better sensors, better control. Generative AI is even making programming easier.
And we'll be working with them more, right? Cobots?
Exactly. Collaborative robots designed specifically to work safely alongside people.
So it's not just about replacing jobs.
Not necessarily. It's often about augmenting human workers, taking over the dull, dirty, or dangerous tasks, freeing people up for more complex stuff. Sensors are key to making that safe collaboration work.
Okay. Any other really cool developments on the horizon?
Well, think about MoMA's mobile manipulators. Robots on wheels, but with arms. Super flexible.
So they can move and do things.
Right. And digital twins are becoming huge, creating a virtual copy of a robot to test and optimize it before you even build the real thing.
Smart. Saves time and money.
Definitely. And then you have things like soft robotics using flexible materials, not just rigid metal and bio-inspired designs mimicking animals. That opens up whole new possibilities.
Wow. Okay, that is a lot going on. As we wrap this up, what's maybe one big question or thought you want to leave folks mulling over?
Hmm. Well, as robots become just, part of the everyday fabric of life, how does that change what we think of as work? And I guess what new roles do we step into as humans in a world that's increasingly automated? Something to think about.